Hello and welcome to Peace, Love, and Robots, a podcast about anything and everything and all that is in between. I'm your host, Jeremy, and this is episode number 2 of season number 2. I promised you last week I wasn't going to number my episodes, but habits are hard to break. Who sang that song? You're a hard habit to break. Was that Foreigner? I don't remember. I really wanted to. Well, let's get into that in a minute. But first, this podcast is brought to you by the ads you hear at the beginning and end of the show. So if you listen all the way through, I'm forever in your debt. So far, I've earned about a whopping $26 in the last, 5 years of podcasting. So if you take that and subtract all the money I've spent on podcasting, I haven't made anything at all. I'm losing money. So help me lose more money or less money by listening to the ads. Anyway, I wanted to do a show, a podcast of some sort this week. I just couldn't think of anything to write down or talk about. Things that would not lose me friends, I guess. Nothing controversial, nothing about politics or anything, but I didn't really have anything to say, and that's the hardest part. But I'm trying to build a new habit of getting on the horse or getting on the microphone once a week, like I did last year. So here I am, sitting in front of a mic again, and thinking about what I'm going to talk about. This podcast is going to come out tomorrow, which is going to be September 15th. So today, September 14th of 2021, the news of the death of Norm Macdonald is the big thing. And I wasn't a huge Norm fan. Like, I didn't memorize all of his jokes, but I always sought out Norm when I wanted to laugh. So he was a phenomenal comedian, and I can't eulogize him any better than the people who really knew him. But I've been looking at a lot of Norm Macdonald jokes online and laughing all day. I think I don't know him. I did not know him. But I think he would appreciate that people are laughing more at him than they are crying over his death. He apparently suffered from cancer for the last 10 years. Which, he did it privately, didn't announce it on the World Wide Web or on his Twitter. His Twitter was actually him commenting on sports nonstop, like doing his own commentary. I followed him on Twitter, and it wasn't the norm that we expected, but that's exactly what he wanted from people. I once saw a Norm Macdonald star when I was in Reno for work a few years ago. I saw like this star in front of one of the casinos with his autograph on it, but it was autographed a different name, and I don't remember what it is, but I'll look for it and maybe I'll add it to the post for this episode when I post it on Facebook. He didn't sign his own name; he signed another name, and it wasn't Turd Ferguson; it was something else. I have to find it, but he's a very funny guy, very underrated. I don't want to say underrated, because most people who know Norm appreciated Norm's humor. But he was a comedian's comedian, and he's definitely going to be missed. But I think now that he's gone, people might appreciate him even more, because he was such a unique voice and such an intelligent voice in comedy that there's never going to be another one. There's never going to be another Norm. Nobody can even copy his style. That's how impressive he is as a comedian. So seek out, after this, seek out some Norm Macdonald clips to make you laugh. You will not be disappointed. You won't be. Anyway, I've been sort of in a creative slump lately. I have my book I'm working on that I really want to put out in November, but it's going to require a lot of effort to get there. So we'll see. I got like tens of thousands of words to finish editing and writing and all that other stuff. Maybe I'll do that after I record this. This isn't going to be very long. Um, and so I've been trying to like track my ideas a bit. And the other day I was listening to a podcast while driving, which is what I do. In fact, the weirdest thing, and I'm going to go off on a tangent, I think because of my ADD. I was never diagnosed with ADD, but I'm pretty sure that I have it. And I've been trying to, like, for the last week and a half, find something to listen to while I'm walking or while I'm walking the dog, while I'm walking to and from assignments at work, while I'm sitting at my desk at work and doing, stuff. I like to have things playing in the background. And I've grown tired of all the same old podcasts. I've grown tired of the same old music. I don't know what it is, but like I have to jump and jump and jump to different things in order to keep my brain engaged. So I don't know why it's happening now. And I couldn't tell you whether that's a symptom of ADD, but I just can't. I can't even, like, when I'm sitting at home and I want to watch something on Netflix, it's become really bad where I've got a ton of movies that I want to watch, but I'm like, I don't want to engage my brain that much. Let's find something stupid. Let's find something. I end up watching things that are like comfort food to me, movies that I've watched before, even though there's tons of things that I want to watch that are new, that I've never seen before. And I just can't pick things out. I just can't. I can't pick something. And by the time I settle on something, I'm like, I'm so tired I could fall asleep. And I do. So there's something going on. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the fall, and maybe it's just me being overactive in my brain while I've been working my my fingers to the bone at work, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I was listening to a new podcast. It's not new. It's been around forever. It's stuff you should know. And there was a short one on the jackalope, which, the jackalope, it's a little rabbit with the antlers. It's it's a quiche thing that, some taxidermist just created in Montana or whatever. And, it's legendary, like, creature of some sort. And so I started thinking about, what if there was this is an idea that I wrote down, and I don't know where I'll go with it. Maybe it's just going to sit here on the podcast or sit in my notebook unused. But I was thinking about a super team of mythical creatures, especially in the lower 48. Now, for all I know, this already exists. That's why I'm not really going to do anything with it. I'm just going to put it out in the universe as my idea right now. And now I'll obviously, if there's something that's already out previous to this date, it's just, linear thinking, not me stealing it. But anyway, what if there's a super team of mythical creatures from North America? Like, so like the jackalope, and what was his obviously his superpower would be speed, because they can run really fast. And apparently, according to all those dumb videos on America's Funniest People that Dave Coulier did, fast as fast can be. I can't do the voice, but so his superpower would obviously be speed. And then, I got thinking about the Sasquatch and the Yeti. And the Yeti is really more, I guess, Himalayan and not, not in the United States. But the Yeti and Sasquatch are pretty similar, except the Yeti is more of a whitish color and the Sasquatch is a brownish black color. And I was like, well, they kind of have the similar powers, right? They, they probably have super strength, and they probably can both turn invisible and things like that. But then I got tracking in my head, what if they're like rival clans, like in G.I. Joe? You've got, Storm Shadow, who's the white ninja, and you have Snake Eyes, who's the black ninja, and they're rival clans. And of course, ninjas can become invisible. You don't see them. If you can see them, they're bad ninjas, right? So of course, Sasquatch and Yeti, who you never really see, if they exist. Some people say they do, some people don't. I don't really have an opinion on. I don't have a horse in that race. But what if they were like rival ninja clans, the Yeti and the Sasquatch, and they're forced to work together with the jackalope? And I can't think of any other any other creatures. I guess there's the what is that thing? The it's. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a goat creature of some sort from South America or Mexico or something. And I can't remember the name of it. I can think of 100 other things, but I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, it's just dumb ideas that come to your head. Do you have dumb ideas? I'm sure you have dumb ideas. Everybody has them. And tracking them. I try to track them in my bullet journal, which has suffered lately. Maybe that's why I'm so confused and why I'm so like discombobulated and not getting anything done, is that I just haven't like organized my life like I had for the months, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But this is just me rambling because I don't have notes in front of me. I don't have any guidelines for what I'm going to talk about today. Really what this is just me testing out a different setup for recording, and I'm thinking it's working. Last episode, I apologize if you listen to that mess. The audio was very low. I have to change that and maybe upload a new file, but it's really nothing important, so you don't have to listen to that if you don't want to. But anyway, I don't really have anything else to sort of add today. But at least I got something done. It's September. We got a few more months left in 2021. Hopefully I'll have a book out by the end of the month. Really like to do that, or the end of the year. Really like to do that sometime. Yeah. All right, well, if you liked what you heard here, please, I'd love to hear feedback from y'all. Y'all, like I'm from... You ever hear people that say y'all? Like, people that aren't even from the South, they use the word y'all as if they're like, I don't know, wannabe Southerners, I guess. Y'all come back now, you hear? Yeah. I did think of what I was going to talk about. Norm Macdonald threw me off. All right, we're going to go back to... Hold on. We're just going to... Hold on. This is what happens when you don't write notes. You think of what you were going to talk about after you're finished. I don't know why I'm laughing at my own dumb joke. Anyway, I've been working on my book, and there's a chapter. If you listen to my Podvember stuff from last year, you will remember that there was a chapter about me working a overnight shift at a restaurant that I dubbed Hell. You'll find out the name of the restaurant in the book. I don't want to throw it under the bus right now, but anyway, the overnight shift at this restaurant was awful. It was just awful. Drunk people coming in to buy pancakes was basically 90% of the clientele. And it was just an awful environment to work, and it lasted for me about 5 months, and then I had to get out of there. I just had to get out of there. I couldn't do it anymore. And but I was thinking about that place, as I was working on on editing the book, and I was like, what would be nice if I could just grab my laptop in the middle of the night sometime and go to that place and sit down and write, and have some eggs or something. I don't know. And so I looked it up, and the original place closed, but it was taken over by a Denny's. And so there's a Denny's there now. And I looked it up. I'm like, I'd love to go sit at Denny's at like 2 a.m. with the drunk people and try to write. Well, turns out, probably due to COVID, they close at 11 o'clock at night, and they don't open up again until 6 a.m. So basically, the overnight dining experience is gone. There's no diners open 24 hours a day within half an hour from my house. There's probably a truck stop 45 minutes from here that I could go to if I wanted to, but it's not the same. It's a truck stop. So you're going to always have people coming in there, and they're not typically drunk. They're working people. And it's just sad, one of those sad, casualties of COVID. I know there's lots of even sadder casualties from COVID, but the overnight dining experience, what do drunk people do after they get drunk? Where do they go to soak up the alcohol? They can't go buy pancakes. And I was sort of lamenting that. I really wanted to kind of go back to my roots for a minute and sort of do some writing in that environment and maybe pick up some stuff while I'm there. And I couldn't because it's gone. And I was lamenting that. So that's a little bonus. I was going to talk about that. I was going to tell a story. Maybe I'll tell that on the next episode. Yeah. next episode. I'll tell you a fun